if you don't understand that, this is all about working your mind, then basically you're gonna superimpose everything basically that you're leaving from your old religion into a new tradition. That's Blue Fam, peace and blessings. This is Derric Rakumor, and I wanted to do a real short video on this topic, mainly because I got this question. Someone was asking, where do you put your altars? Where should you put your altars? And it's a real hard question to basically answer, mainly because I don't really know the individual, so I don't know where they stand. I don't know their, I don't know what their position, what their purpose. I don't know any of that. So it's really difficult, really hard to actually say, hey, well, do this, And I don't really want to tell anybody that this is where you should keep your altars or so, because I don't want to dictate to anybody, what you're supposed to be doing in your spiritual life. All right. But what I will tell you is this right here. When they converted the Africans over, okay, well, and let me include the indigenous in the Caribbean as well. All right. So when they converted people over into, Christianity, and they started introducing Christianity, spreading it across, the Western Hemisphere. A lot of these priests, okay, they knew rituals. They know what magic is. They know what magic is. They know what rituals is. They understand the psychology behind all of it. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, it can't be true, whatever. Oh, okay, all right, people, come on now, wake up, think about it. We see all the time on Facebook, there's all kind of memes about how the Catholicism, they have all these things, they have all these garments and all these, different ritual tools, basically, that look exactly like they did in Kemet. All right. So where do you think they got that from? Contrary to popular belief, they did fund people. They did fund archaeologists and historians to go into Kemet and basically take stuff, pilfer it, and it's locked up in the Vatican. All right. So they got that stuff. They understand rituals. They understand the purpose of it. They understand the psychology behind it. And this is part of the reason why, in order to actually really get into this spirituality, you have to really understand the history of it and understand the psychology of it. Now, I stated before, Kemetic spirituality is all about working your mind. And the reason why I stated that is because if you don't understand that, if you don't understand that, this is all about working your mind, then basically you're gonna superimpose everything basically that you're leaving from your old religion into a new tradition. And you don't really want to do that. All right. So in regards to, I can tell you my personal experience. I can tell you what works for me. All right. As I stated before, Kemetic spirituality is all about working the mind. All right. That means understanding that from when they Christianized, Africans and African descendants of slavery, when we accepted Christianity and what have you, our ancestors, they accepted it. One of the things that they did was to destroy and to emasculate our spirituality. Okay, you heard me correctly. One of the ways they did that is by taking altar spaces and setting them up a high. All right. Now, I know we don't think about, oh, that's not, what does that mean, or what have you. But think about it. You're looking at something outside of you. You're looking at something outside of you to save you. This is why you see even, and some people say, I know here's Baptists and Pentecostals and Kojic, Methodists. They're saying, oh, well, we don't have altars. Oh, okay, you got a Jesus painting, and that Jesus painting is still up high. All right, that's where they got that from. It's a psychological thing. All right. And what it is, the whole point of it, people want to focus on, the whole white and black thing. No. The whole idea where they got the power from, how they got power over you, is by putting that altar, putting that picture, that image, or whatever it is up high. What it does is basically it causes you, if you're into that, you're looking up high for something to save you, for someone else to save you, for something outside of you to save you. All right. Now, that's the reason why in traditional African spirituality and Afro-diasporic spirituality, in which those of us are those, those priests and priestesses who understand the psychology of this, that's the reason why you find that the altars are always on the floor. All right. Because that's not how our spirits roll. Whenever we want to talk about something, whenever we want some consultation, what do? You get on the floor. You got to come down. We got to be on the ground level. All right? Because it's not about something coming out of you. It's about what's inside of you. So I would recommend, and like I said, I would recommend that basically, where I put, and I can only tell you what I do, and you can try it for yourself and see how effective it is. But I put my altars on the floor. All right. All my spirit altars are on the floor. They're low or they're eye level, because I'm looking at myself. That's the psychology of it. I am looking at myself. It is just, the altar is just a reflection of what's going on within me in the first place. All right. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that answered your question. The thing, I forgot, in regards to your ancestor altar, like I said, there's people who say, hey, you have your ancestor altar in your living room. That way your ancestors, they can participate and all that. Man, come on. I'm not throwing shade on anybody for doing that. And for anybody who even says anything like that, I'm not throwing shade or going to clown anybody about that. But you got to understand, if they're a spirit, they can go anywhere. They can participate in anything and anywhere. All right. Your ancestors, if you got an ancestor altar, they're already walking around in your house. All right. So why put your ancestor altar out there in the front? So you have some nosy people that come in there and they want to mess with it, try to take your candy and all that kind of stuff from your impus and stuff. No, come on now. So where I put my ancestor altar, I told you in the video dealing with the building the ancestor altars, I play with I don't want to say I play, but I'm all playing on the whole thing of black. Okay. Kamta means it's black. So my ancestors, they're in, they're in the dark. All right. They're not literally in the dark. They're metaphysically in the dark. All right. So again, like I said, hopefully that helped you. Hopefully that made a little bit more sense. Okay. Again, if you got any questions or so, drop me a line. Once again, thanks for your support. Thanks for sharing. Head to poo. Peace.